Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoffs, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 17th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Coming out with it, it's Reese. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Moore will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a...
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously, he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Might as well give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Napier. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And just saw one there on the crossing.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think it's...
Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon! Once he got some room, it was over. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
Man, what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
To throw, it's Carr. Extending the play. Running into the open space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Got it in the middle. It's short. Stumbled to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Fires it incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they
picked off. What a play to set him up. Is looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. You know what? That pick, it goes in the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield, it's Watson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Might be changing the route. Moore to the air. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
They were trying to set up the screen. They were trying to take advantage of this pass rush. But, man, that defender, he beat his guy so quickly, he just blew the play up.
Looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Hunt is on its way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This drive will open from the 15. Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You get a little bit of time to throw, you can move guys with your eyes, that drag comes wide open, good throw, good catch, first down.
Caught behind the line, it's Davison. Turning it on! He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moore will throw. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. He's already thrown 1 pick, and look, he might get it together, but it seems like he's a little fouled up in his mechanics. A lot of things coming off his back foot.
Yeah, and you want to get those feet set and in the ground. Once you start to drift, that ball, when you throw it, is going to drift. So he's just got to iron in, get those feet set, stay square every time he throws the football so he can be a little bit more accurate and stop making some of these bonehead plays.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Callaway. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. From the gun, running back on the move. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Makes the catch. It's Black. At the 35, he's open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They'll go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Gets it out fast. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Smashes ahead. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
A nice job on the defense. 1st and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the 2nd level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Moore to the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Ducks decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Ferguson. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Fights off a defender. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Now on the move. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. They needed less than a yard, really too far to kick a field goal, a little too close to punt. Really not much of a decision there.
And I really don't care where you're at on the field. 4th and inches, I like me to get inches, and I'm going for it, especially when you're on the side of the field where you long field goal or maybe just punting the ball. Nah, go for it.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Motion from the wideout. Handoff from the shotgun. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Out of the gun to give to the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
And when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical 3rd down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for space. It's Davison. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Just enough time to get off one more snap. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Back to pass, it's Carr. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Going to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Caught in the backfield. It's Young. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the... They'll try to get him on the fake. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wyoming looks like an old punching bag out there today, and I did not expect to say that. This fan base, heck, this coaching staff were not expecting these results. They're trailing by 15 to Bowling Green. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Got it behind the line. It's Watson. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You can tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore will throw. Finds his big tight end. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Ducks! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Irons on the move. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Moore to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys to use their speed against them.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Motion from the back. Moore will throw. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Quick completion to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Ducks are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up the 1st and goal.
He worked his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The give from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Quarterback keeps it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. And they're going to try it again. It's another fake. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away.
Well, they thought they had the look they wanted for a fake punt there, but the defense was just way too alert. Give them credit for getting the stop, and now they set their offense up in great field position.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The offense changing the play. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Backed up now, here's second and long. Moore to the air. It's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Got 3 on first down. It's second and 7. Back to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. You just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. And that'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And this dude is doing work. He's now over 150 yards receiving, Jesse.
He's like the new age tight end, isn't he, Reese? I mean, he's a guy that can get in a three-point stance. He can flex out. He can play the split end position. He can play receiver. There's nothing this tight end cannot do in the pass game.
Gonna run it. It's Davison. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll give it to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Moore will throw. He got it. Touchdown, Ducks! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Makes the catch. It's Ferguson. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He'll throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're going to ride this running back. And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
No gain on the play. It's third down.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Carr. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Second down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Deep shot for the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's